So, what's this? Okay, yeah, I think maybe we have someone here.
Go away. This isn't your home.
A small human. I say burn it out.
Ah! What are you doing? All right, I'll come out. Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Yeah, and who you are and what are you doing here?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
I don't think you're capable of doing that at the moment, to be honest. But where is the sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
But I could use that sword to help the village.
But I can't give it to you. It was Father's. Caitlin would be so mad if I did.
Perhaps I could help you and your sister in return.
You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright, even if Mother is dead.
Well, I talk about it to your sister.
Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the Chantry. Good luck.
Okay. No disapproval this time. That's a nice change. Now let's check.
It shall be done. Very well.
Yeah, I suppose it's not bad, actually. I used the key in freaking date. Cautionary tales. I don't have time for such tales, sadly. And I think we are done. There's just one room. And maybe a...
Vashaden.
yeah,
Vashaden.
do this. So we'll not have anyone who would disapprove of me. Yep.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Oh, well, so about the sword I found in your home.
Bevan told me about Grandfather's sword. So you have it then? I suppose it won't go to waste, at least.
Well, I promised Breven I would pay for it.
I have no idea what it's worth, to be honest. And you found Bevan. I couldn't ask you for money.
Well, let me pay you something at least. Here's 50 silver.
Thank you, miss. Use it well. Thank you again for Bevan. With my mother gone... well, I'm just glad he's safe. I can't thank you enough.
Just stay safe, both of
The
you.
Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Let's level up the dog. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. And this... I think I'm going for a passive bonus. Near the windmill. Where's the windmill? Let me see. Oh, yeah, there. Kinda pretty far.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I do not know quite how to address you. Is my lady sufficient?
Yeah, that would be proper.
Very well then, my lady. I am humbly at your service. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Is there anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Maybe some questions.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Where can I get supplies?
I'm not sure. Murdoch mentioned a blacksmith in the village, but I believe the militia is using everything he had. Beyond that, you might try the village store. It's locked up, but there may be items of use still within. I do not know.
Okay, what about the tavern?
Ugh, a fellow named Lloyd runs it. He refuses to close and evacuate to the Chantry. I suppose he might still have something to sell you, though I wouldn't encourage dealing with a fool. He's a profiteer and nothing more.
You mentioned something about the urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Earl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
So the knights left the castle defenseless. Well, carry on.
As you wish, my lady. Make her watch over you.
Or maybe I could do something. Let me see. Tell me about the quest for the sacred urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled...
We
Yeah.
knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood. As you wish. We retrieved more oil from the village store. It is ready to use as our first line of defense, as you suggested. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
Anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. As you wish, my
Okay.
lady. Make her watch over you.
So we should check out the Chantry first.
It shall be done.
Okay, ice arrows. That's not terrible.
though there is naught in them.
Landmark 3.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Okay. No, not really. I thought I could find something with his help, but nope. Oh, yeah. I think I know someone who would appreciate this. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay. Okay. Maybe one of more to come. Maybe not. Let's see if there is another piece of anything worthwhile. No, just some animated wheels. Yeah. So here we are fine, more or less. Now let me go down and I will talk to priests to get some blessings. Not really sure if it will help, but nevertheless. Chantry and Tavern. Well, let's go to the Chantry first.
I shall do it.
Yeah, Mother Hannah.
You are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
Yeah, but how about helping a little bit, but I guess I will go with option 1.
I will be grateful of your attempt, even if it fails. We can ask no more. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
Oh, but what if they think it helps them?
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Well, I'm doing exactly that. Okay, I think I need to report back, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Yes. Here's the task to do exactly that.
I shall do it.
Okay, where we need to go again? Yeah, upwards. Hey there, some partially good
Knights
news.
of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah has some holy amulets. Would those do?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Wow. You think it would actually help?
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. As you wish, my lady. Maker watch over you.
Ready for some more disapproval. Oh, freaking course. Well, at least I gave her a few gifts, so we are not going into negative values, I suppose. And I don't know what these landmarks are all about. I've seen this one, we've seen one in Lotharingen. No. Let me see. Where is that inn or whatever? Tavern, yes. This one, right? Slightly to the side and upwards. I could use some materials at least. Hi?
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Well, what do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope?
Yeah, but maybe some questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. Says his name's Berwick. Arrived here more than a week back. Waiting for his brother, he says. I've never seen him before, but he paid good for his room. Quiet sort.
Okay, shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward. Right then. Hey, what can Lloyd get you? Right, I've got some supplies too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't...
Yeah. So, no. I suppose I don't need that. Oh, elf fruit, yes, I want all of this. Maybe even that. Yeah, that's better, or...
What can Lloyd get you? Right.
Well, let's talk.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Yeah, but shouldn't you be at the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
So how has business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
So why don't you leave it?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
Well, you could leave if you had some help.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that.
What would I have to do in return?
Well, how about not end up at another tavern?
Well, I can't promise that, but thank you. I don't really know what to say. Keep safe.
Okay. And other?
Not looking for company.
I hear you're Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Why is that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
You said you were waiting for your brother.
My what? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
You didn't try to leave?
No. Those who tried are dead. And, I have to wait for my brother. Look,
sure.
You're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This will be much easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, well, that's depends who you ask. Because I'm not really in the mood to help any of those two people. Quite the opposite. What are you supposed to watch castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So, you know how this happened? Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Hopefully. Item received. What item? Yeah, that's interesting. So, maybe I could intimidate that person. Now that they've bought everything that I wanted to buy.
Hey, what can I get you? Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I came to see Earl Eamon.
Well, you must have been mighty surprised. He's not exactly talkative these days, eh? Something else I can get for you?
Few questions.
Right. Make them quick.
I'm
not abandoning my tavern because of a few monsters. The second I'm in the chantry, Murdoch and his men will be here drinking all my ale. Not a lot. Castle guards stopped coming in about a week back. It's unusual, too. They were my main source of business. After a few days, I thought it strange enough to ask. But nobody heard anything. Anyone going up to the castle didn't come back. When the first attack hit, I locked myself in the cellar. I say we just wait for help to come.
Not the best tactic, to be honest.
I'm not abandoning my tavern because of a few monsters. The second I'm in the chantry, Murdoch and his men... Something else I can get for you?
No, I don't think I can threaten him at this point.
Right then.
Well, okay, at least we've got one more soul to help us. Let's see. Yes, one thing left. That's the castle, that's after the siege part, right? So, yeah, let's do this. Maybe. First of all, I need to swap.
Indeed. Where are you going? I thought you were going to help us.
I'll be back, don't worry. Let's see. Distant agent. Well, that's bad.
What do you need?
No. Just misclicked.